Hey there guys, and welcome back to my weekly shave, and today we're going to use Tiki Fougere. Not often talked about among the top Fougeres, but I really like it personally. We're also going to use the Weber razor on wave handle, and I'm going to use the Omega short lofted S brush that Mason sent me. So without further ado, let's wet the face and get the cracking. Stand by. Alright, I hope everybody's been doing well. I've been taking a little break from the forums and so on, and I will get to your questions if you've PM'd me and so on, but right now I'm just taking a break, so if I'm slow to respond, please forgive me. Everybody needs a break once in a while, and for me, you know, I need one too. Between everyone asking for stuff and grown men acting like children, sometimes you need a break. So that's what I'm doing right now. Taking some time to work outside in the yard. I got a lot of yard work to do, so just haven't had as much time in the forums, but I will answer your questions. I will get to them eventually, so no worries. And I'm not going anywhere. Boy, this Fougere by Tiki is a nice, really grassy, really green, nice, not a dark green, a light. Sort of reminds me of fresh cut grass in a way, but not entirely. Lathers wonderfully, as you'd expect. Tiki, great soaps. Alright, so we're about ready to go here. Wipe a little of this off so I don't get it on my So Sharp shirt, which will happen anyway, but I'll try not to butcher it too much. As to the razor, you know I love Weber razors, and I contacted Weber recently because they only have handles available for sale on the website, and I asked them, have you stopped making razor heads, and if so, is it permanent? And they sort of gave a non-committal answer. They said, we're only making handles at this time, but they never said whether they were going to make heads again or not, so I don't know. Get the stash here. Yeah, so like I said, they really didn't answer the question completely. They just said we're only making razor handles at this time, and I asked them specifically if they were out of the head business, and they didn't answer. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe the door is open to make heads. That would be great. I sure hope they haven't gotten entirely out of the business of making razor heads, because they're great heads. Alright, let me rinse my face and we'll come back. By the way, this Omega S-Series brush, the short lofted one's not the Pro. Really nice for the money. For between $7 and $10. Really nice. Make a great travel brush or your first inexpensive synthetic. It does have some pushback, so don't expect Plisson softness, but it'll get the job done at a great price, and who can argue with that? You still don't have the drawbacks that natural brushes have, which is, you know, the smell, the losing hairs, the care that you have to take in terms of drying them and making sure they don't get knotted up, although badger brushes aren't, you don't really have to worry so much about knots. But I have had one knot in a badger brush once. Can happen. Oh man, this soap is great. Anyway, this has all the advantages that you'd expect from a synthetic at a very low price, so not a bad option if you are considering your first synthetic and you're on a budget. This Weber razor is excellent. I'm glad I still have one. You know me, I like to try a lot of different things, and you know, like I've said before, if there are razors I can get easily, I've sometimes traded them in order to get other things that I can't get so easily. And I figure I can always go back and buy the, you know, easily obtained item. As it so happens, Weber all of a sudden became not so easy to obtain. So the moral of the story is, if you really like something, hold on to it. You never know when they might quit making it. Alright, let's rinse our face and go for pass 3. I should use this soap more often because it's really nice. Really like it. One of my favorite Tiki soaps. Landlocked is my all-time favorite Tiki. But this is a really good one too. And like I say, again, this brush is really good for the money. It's really an outstanding value. Very nice. And it does have a slight bit of scrub, so you can really dig in if you need to. And some people like that. I don't really have a use for it personally, but some people really like scrub, and that's okay. I just do my scrubbing, you know, in the shower and prepping my face that way. But some people like to scrub with their brush, and that's fine. The Weber razor, by the way, is a nice, it's on the mild side, but it's a bit more aggressive than the, say, the Merkur, or what it's 34C, excuse me, Edwin Jagger and so on. But along in that sort of family in terms of aggressiveness. Excellent build quality, all stainless steel. And it's a razor that I've always loved. Still do. Doing a great job. So I hope the weather is nice where you are. Like I said, I've had a chance to get out and do a lot of work I've been needing to do, and that will continue today. Stand by. Alright, so we're closing the books on yet another wonderful shape. Let me rinse my face and we'll come back and do the post. Stand by. Alright guys, so we're back and let's do the post. And I took my glasses off because I like to use the Thayers without the glasses on. I'll tell you why in just a minute. Not only does it work well for its astringent properties and all, but also I used to have a lot of dry skin through here and up here, and I actually had a very expensive cream that the dermatologist prescribed, and I used it for a long time, and it worked sometimes and sometimes not. And guess what? When I started using Thayer's Witch Hazel after every shave and I started putting it all over my entire face, no longer had the need, excuse me, glasses are fogging up, to use that very expensive cream from the dermatologist. So this little, you know, $5 bottle of Thayer's Witch Hazel works miracles. So I no longer have that issue. I wish I had discovered it earlier. It's amazing. Made by witches. Today going to use the fine, clean vetiver. And like Ray Pope said, the names on these always screw me up, because you would think the white labeled one, which is called fresh vetiver, would be green. Fresh vetiver, when you think fresh, you think grass, green. And when you think clean, you think white. But they're actually opposite. This one is clean, and the white one is fresh. So it throws me off. Sometimes I'll say, I really like this one, and I mean the other one. My favorite is the fresh, the white label, but this one is very good too. This one is more grassy, I guess you would say. Not sure, but it's really nice. And there we have another amazing shave wrapped up. Omega S-Series brush, short lofted ones, excellent for the money. Weber Wave, again, excellent razor, all stainless, can't beat it. And let's not forget Tiki Fougere, excellent Fougere, doesn't get talked about a lot, it should, because it's excellent. Alright guys, you guys have a great day, have a great shave, and get outside if you can today and get some of that yard work taken care of. You guys have a great day.